Hello there, it's Toya Nicole coming to you again with another video in our Extraordinary Purpose series. And I'm going to jump right in because I want to share something inspirational and a bit of wisdom that I feel is both applicable to life as well as business. And that is that when you invest in others, you invest in yourself. That's something that I've personally had a lot of experience with. And, last week I was in church and the pastor made a comment. Every time you plant a seed, you schedule a harvest. And that means that every time you invest in something, the Bible talks about sowing and reaping. Every time you sow a seed, you have a harvest. And he says you're scheduling a harvest because you know it's going to come back to you. And I believe that applies in business as well. And in life, about investing in others. Investing in something beyond yourself is also a way to invest in yourself. In business, we talk a lot about investing in yourself, whether that's investing in yourself with coaching and conferences, or whether that's investing in your business through marketing, advertising, growing your team. But also, investing in people has a return benefit as well. And I want to give a quick example. A couple of years ago, before I was working in my business full time, I was doing it on the side, and I helped a friend who was looking to launch a blog focused on technology. I worked with him for free, and we did about 3 or 4 coaching sessions together, educating him on social media, really helping him to establish his brand. We came up together, we did a creative brainstorming session, we came up with the name, the tagline, and everything. So I told him at the time, you know what, don't worry about it. Pay me what you think I'm worth. Now, this was over 2 years ago. A couple of weeks ago, I was chatting with him, totally unrelated to business, and out of nowhere, he said, hey, I realized I never paid you for what you did for me. He says, it wasn't that I didn't think that what you did was valuable, because it was. You really helped me to launch my blog and really helped me to think more about what I wanted to do in business. And then he said, what's your PayPal address? And I was like, okay. And he sent me money. And what was unique about this is, earlier that week I was in church and I paid my tithes. And, the preacher was talking about how when you invest and when you give God what he already deserves and just give him back what he's given to us, he will multiply that. He will open up doors out of nowhere, and you will see that multiplied. And the interesting thing that I say about the money that this friend deposited into my bank account, like 5 times what I had paid in tithes, that week. And it was just really testament for me, to when you invest in God, when you invest in God's people, when you invest in others, it always comes back to you. Not when you think and not in the way that you think, but you will get that back. And so this was 2 years later, but it came to me at a time where I was really in a place where I was appreciative of not only the words he said about my business and what I shared with him being valuable, that also he would choose to bless me financially with that. And so think about that in your business. And some of you all are investing in coaching and going to conferences and signing up for programs that you really didn't have the budget for, but you made it work. And you're worried about, is that going to come back? It's going to come back to you. Like that pastor said, every time you plant a seed, you schedule a harvest. So what you need to do now is just wait with expectancy and have the faith that God is going to honor that commitment. God is going to honor that investment that you put in. And like I said, I feel it applies to business, because in everything that you do, when we're investing in others, every time you coach somebody, not just every time you offer your services for free, but every time you pour into somebody, every time you do a complimentary consultation call, every time you take on more work than what you originally planned for a client, that's an investment. And when you think about your business in that way, and when you think about life in that way, when it comes to serving others, you can do it more out of a place of, I'm doing this because I feel led to do it. I know this person needs my help. So remember, when you invest in others, you are really investing in yourself. Let me know your thoughts on that. Share with me your stories because I know you have similar stories too. I'd love to hear them. All my social media information is down in the description box. It's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Toya Nicole Media. As always, use our hashtag extraordinary purpose, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks.